Hello, friends, and welcome. I hope everyone had a wonderful week this week. I would first like to apologize for my voice, friends. I have been sick this week, and as typical with me, whenever I get a cold or a flu, I tend to lose my voice. Mark does not complain because I am a little more silent, but I just wanted to explain why I may sound a little different today. A couple of weeks ago, our cousins from North Carolina came up for a visit, and we had so much fun. We took them to the mountains, we took them to the ocean, with lots of stops in between, including a very fun antique store I'm going to share with you today. And I also thought I would show you the guest room that they chose to stay in at my pretend B&B. And last but not least, I made a soup this week that was just so warm and creamy, the perfect autumn or winter soup, and it was too good not to share. So I'm going to be sharing that with you also. So let's get started with our tour. Now, this is the guest room that my cousins chose to stay in. And I have recently redone this room, painted it. Again, it's hard to show up on film, but it is a somewhat of a muted green. It's called shark skin green. And I love it because it's a very soft green. And then I'm accenting in the mauve tones, and I've added florals. Now, as you can see, the bed itself is a four-poster bed. The brand on that, I don't know how to pronounce it correctly. I believe it's Pompanusic. It is made in Vermont. It's absolutely gorgeous. We bought this when we bought the house. They had an estate sale here. So we bought it from the previous owners, and I just love it. It's a gorgeous bed. And I always wanted a canopy bed ever since I was a little girl. And I purchased this. This is hand knotted. And I purchased this from North Carolina. It's beautiful. I loved the look of this. So I chose to put that on top. And all of our little side tables and everything have been just have been consignment finds or yard sale finds that I have just repainted. And I always have a little candle in the room for my guests, and some books and different magazines from the area. And then these pictures here, I believe I showed you in a previous video. I purchased them at a yard sale this summer in Kennebunkport, and they are all pictures of different places in England or London, and they are actually from England. They were, the person that was having the yard sale, they were her mother's, and she said she remembers when she brought them home from England. So I loved that. You know me, I love anything English. And then I just put some shears on, and these again were a consignment purchase. I've had them for a while, knowing I love them, not sure where to use them, but they're just a nice little shear. We do have a shade that comes down, to block out any sun. And then we just have a little night light up there for our guests. And boy, did I look out with this. So the story behind the armoire, I was heading out one day, not too far from our home, and someone was moving. They did not want to move this and literally had just put it out by the road for free. So I asked them if they would hold it for me so I could come home and get the truck, and we've had it since. It's been great, especially when you're in an old home where you don't have a lot of closet space. So you try to be creative with that. Just a little decoration there. And the room does have its own bathroom. It's a Jack and Jill bathroom, which goes to the other bedroom in there. And this is another purchase from a yard sale. It's just kind of nice to have a little luggage holder. It just gets the luggage off the floor, a little easier to reach for people. So I do have, I have a couple of those I have found. I love them. And you may remember this from a previous video. This is a trunk we recently purchased at an antique store. And so I just chose to keep the towels, guest towels and washcloths in here. It's a great little place to store that and keep them out of the way and just tuck it closer to the bed. And then again, just a little old nightstand here I've had forever with some dried hydrangeas from my garden this year. And of course, remembering we live in an old house where we do not have ceiling lights, so I use a lot of lamps throughout my rooms. It does add a nice little coziness to the room. But also these lamps over here next to the bed give plenty of light for reading at night if that's what you choose to do. There's no television in the room. So anyway, oh, and here is a print that I have of Susan Branch, the geraniums in the basket. I just love that one, so I hung that here. And that's pretty much it. I'm not done decorating the room, done enough for now, but to be honest, I'm never done with any of the rooms in my house. I love to decorate and I am constantly changing things. So this is it for now, though. I thought I would just share with you where our cousins stayed. I thought you would enjoy seeing this part of my house. So that's it for the tour of the room. Let's go ahead now. I'm going to share with you some of the places we took them. Now, to be very honest, I have done videos on every place we took them, and I will link those at the end of the video. I did not take a ton of footage this time because I wanted to enjoy my time with my family. So I'm going to share just a little bit, and then I have a very special recipe I want to share with you. It's a yummy autumnal carrot ginger soup.